Hello everyone, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video for my new YouTube channel, Man of the Spire. And as you can probably guess, this YouTube channel is going to be about Slay the Spire the game, which I'm a huge fan of. Spent plenty of time, many hours into, and I'm super excited about Slay the Spire 2, which should be coming out anytime now. And when that does, we're also going to play that on this channel. But to warm us up for Slay the Spire 2 coming out, we're going to play some runs today of, I think we'll start with my favourite character, which is the Defect. Now, as you can see, like I said, I've put a lot of time into these games. These are all Ascension max level, apart from the Watcher. I'm not a big fan of the Watcher, but maybe in these videos we'll grind up the Watcher as well to Ascension, maybe before Slay the Spire 2 comes out. And maybe you guys in the comments can help me out with ideas and suggestions for good builds for the Watcher. But we'll start with a Defect build, and I think we'll just go for a standard. Let's try and get to the final ending boss. Okay, I think we'll take the gold to start with. And I must admit, so when I'm playing Defect, my tend to go-to build is bulk. So, you know, we go full turtle mode, all those orbs protecting that big shell around us, and we try and, you know, get as much block as possible, maybe with some and then maybe Blizzard or plenty of powers to try and get us up. I think, you know, we'll take the gold at this point. Okay, nothing really there. Nothing that we really want to duplicate as of yet. Now this might seem a little bit crazy, but I think I'm going to go for the eyes just because they're good. That might get us out a bit of trouble. And we'll power on. See what our luck is like on this one. Great luck. Absolutely fantastic luck there. Only 7 HP. Okay, so the trick with these guys is to get them down as early as possible before they start building up their attack power. Luckily we can do a go for the eyes there. And then this time round we should have enough to take it on. Good stuff. Let's go Dallas. Do I want to change the boss yet? No, I tell you what, we're going to start smithing some of this up. I've not done a darkness build in a while. Very good with bulk, especially if you can get the orbs rotating around. So 2 damage there, we'll take that. Okay. Now we need Zap and Dual Cast. There we go. So Zap, Dual Cast. Yeah. And let's carry on building that orb power up. So again. Oh. Biscuit. Biscuit. No, not biscuit. Okay, we'll see how this battle goes, and that'll depend on whether we go for the next boss or not. We'll play this here. Okay, darkness and a blast. There we go. Big Fire Tempest. Okay, let's try that. Ooh. We've not got the best set for this one at the moment. Should have definitely beamed first there as well. Okay, we're just going to try and save some HP on this one. So I can go channel all those there. Is that you know what, I'm going to take the easy way out there. 9 damage here, so we've got 3 more turns to try and get at least one of these guys down. I'm going to do that. I'm going to dual cast and hope for some luck. What was our end boss? Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. So one dual cast and we're kind of back on track here. Oh, we did all that. That is the worst case scenario for us right there. Hopefully dual cast comes through this time. Nope, still no dual cast. We can get through this relatively free there though. And that's the run. Okay, we never really got going on that one, so let's start a new one. I think I was just a bit, like I said, this is my first time playing this, trying to talk, playing it in for a video on YouTube, and I'll get better at that. But let's see how this goes. So, I'm a sucker for the old, I can't remember what it's called now. The Neo's Lament, yeah. So I think with that, yeah, I think we will go for the final boss battle again. And it's difficult because, you know, at this one point we want to build up this early stage, take a few risks. Doesn't always work out, but at least that is very annoying. You know, but you want to get this early stage, get those early power buffs, take a few risks with the HP, try and get that. See, I skipped that boss there as well. This is just me needing to lock in, get used to having to talk and play at the same time. You know, really excited to share Slay the Spire with you guys and anybody that wants to watch, especially like I said with Slay the Spire 2 coming out. And see where we get to. So let's have a look. Now this is one of the most, I would say, annoying bosses in the game because you can't really skill. We've got good HP here though, so I think we should be fine. And I am going to take that there so we don't take any more damage, and that should give us enough to get through. Always take a boot sequence. Again, let's risk it in Smith. Glacier, one of my favourite cards, especially like I said, I love building that bulky setup. Again, mistake there again, I should have taken the thing, we're going to have to take that later, let's see. Okay. Good stuff. Let's take that, let's take that. Let's boost, boost. Let's strengthen it up. You see, so I always kind of target down the first one, get one out of the way, and then we can, you know, manage the damage from there pretty easily, especially with the orbs. Perfect. So now we're kind of negating all damage now coming our way, and we can just slowly chip away at these. Perfect. Getting rid of these dazed as well. We'll keep our orb for now. Okay, can really do with, that's what I wanted, the lightning, the bolt. So, Now just a couple more zap dual casts. Okay, boss down. This time we got up in there. I think we will take the streamline. And we will take the other curse. Now, do we risk it again? We've got a strength potion. Who's left to fight? This guy. Who's also a really, really annoying boss. Just because of how much damage he does to us out the gate. But let's see. We took a good chunk of his health down there. I think I should have enough damage output to, especially Glacier. Deal with that dual cast. Zap will have to do. There you go. Much better on this one. So like you see, we've kind of racking up our relics. I'm not going to go for a thunder build this time. Who's our boss? I think we've got enough HP to go through. Let's do the streamline. Okay. So this boss is just a little bit about luck, to be honest. Do we get our block at the right time? So we know we're not going to get a Glacier next, which is not going to be helpful, but we do get one block at least. And we let that slide and let the lightning orbs do their bit. Big defend there. That's good. And now hopefully we should be hooking back through. Yes, streamline. A little bit of damage there, but this is the perfect opportunity because we can get these in place, boost this up, no harm there. And now we've got some orbs with us to help mitigate some of this extra damage that's going to come through here. Do I take another one? Glacier? Perfect. So like you see, as you kind of play, you get used to what's going to be coming out. I'm going to take the extra damage here. 3 damage just to try and get this guy down a little bit quicker. And I will evoke, we will heal, we will streamline. 8 damage. These are racking up now. I think another rotation of this and we should be good. We can take that and that. Big defend there. And then we just need streamline. There we go. Big streamline. One of those. Oof, not quite. But we've got enough HP left to deal with this. And a final streamline. Okay. Always take creative air. And we're going to take the bow, which gives us the curse, but we get. And now we're looking kind of good for our run. Not a bad boss. And we can get to any other shop. No, we don't really need to fight any more bosses on the way, elites, so. But we might do. See how our HP is looking, but we're going to go for the shop. We do need some power cards to try and boost up our thing, which we're going to get when we get our creative AI going now. And we should start seeing the benefit from all that. Let's boost here. I know we're going to take a load of days here, but I think we should be pretty much set. Yeah. 1 damage taken. I think we can live with that. And we will start farming powers now. I'm going to take the 20 damage and hope for... Not a lot there, but that worked out pretty well. I'll take the glacier, gonna take that. Can't be weakened. And then we just need some big damage output cardio to finish it off, like a streamer. I've not used that creative AI yet. We're gonna let the creative AI start cooking soon. Now, I'm a sucker for a blizzard. I'll start getting rid of some of these curses and a disco curse. I'll tell you what, let's go. This. Now, these guys are annoying. These little mushroom fungi things, whatever they're called. What are they called? Fungi beast. Not fun at all. Okay. Because after we knock them out, they're going to make us weak against the other guy, but they're just generally quite annoying anyway. We're going to take the heal there. I'm going to take that. I'm going to heal up a bit. I know it's not perfect, but I'm hoping that we can start whittling them down a little bit. Here, 10. Should be enough. Perfect. I must admit I am playing super slow at the moment. I think it's because, you know, first video on YouTube, wanting to have a good run, and as we get more confident with what we're doing, we should be able to run through that. You know, just doing that maths then just took me a lot longer than it would normally to do. I guess we go for the boss. We're at full health. We can get rid of the strike. Yep. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we get. Me personally, this is the most annoying boss on this level. You just take so much damage. But again, use my usual tactic of trying to whittle one of them down. I'm going to have to take the block here though. And the regen to try and mitigate some of this. Good. So we're going to take the AI. I'm going to take the storm. Okay. We're going to take that. That. He's not dealing any damage yet. Let's try and get rid of this back one now. See, just way too much damage here. And now he's going to entangle me next, which we don't want, so we're going to stop that. Heal up. Entangle basically means that I can't attack next turn. We do not want that right now. Okay, really not worth it. I'll take the cost. We'll go for one of the builds that I tend to like, which is the bulky build. Okay, let's see if we can get through this one. Maybe not, it's a bit tough, it should be quite a toughie. It can't be weakened, which is great. But we are going to take a hell of a lot of damage here. Force field will be good once we start. Oh, yes, okay. Okay, we've got a big shot coming up. I don't need man on the bone. And then hopefully we can kind of just get through these without any fights. Nope, spoke too soon, obviously. Jinxed it, shouldn't have said anything. Also hit the wrong guy. So this one I tend to go for the little guy first. He's just so annoying with the healing and the blocking. But yeah, and then once he's out the other way, the other guy's relatively straightforward. Damage output's not too bad. Let's go for there and this. Okay, we're just not getting the source at the moment, but we should be close enough now. Lovely. Let's take this and some more block. Not doing any damage that time. Okay. We're going to have to crit even though we're not really getting anywhere here. Let's say we're not getting anywhere. Our streamlines are nearly down to 0. I think once they do that, we should be good. Let's risk it. There we go, taking the damage. Okay, we always take Echo Form when that comes around, and that's given to us on a plate like that. Again, not my smoothest of run-throughs for this boss, but we're there now. And just a little bit slower than I would do normally if I was playing another Glacier. That is fantastic. Mummified hand. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. And we'll take another power potion to help us with the boss. Upgrade a card. We're going to go this one. We're going to rest because this boss can get a little bit tricky, but hopefully we should be able to build up enough damage output straight away to mitigate any of that, especially with out the box creative AI and a boost. Let's take another one. We'll do that one because it's not great and I don't really like using. I suppose I could have took the bias cognition and used it later, but I'm going to get plenty of chances to do this stuff. Yeah, really the only one that I wanted to be free was probably the streamline, but it wasn't. 27 damage, that's going to be perfect for defragger. 2 damage. Like I said, always take an Echo Form. Take the force field out of the way. Now we just need some good powers, which that is not one of them. Let's do double frost here. Goes through. Go for a glacier. Glaciers. Oh, again, I still feel it's a little bit too early for bias cognition, so I'm just going to get some damage down on this time. But definitely when that comes back round, we will be hitting that button. Look at that. I mean, Echo Form is just broken, isn't it? Lovely. 36 damage we're going to do. And that does it. Didn't take any damage at all, which is perfect. Now, we're not really building Thundershock. Do you know what? I'm going to try and keep the deck. My deck is starting to get a little bit big, so I'm going to try and keep the deck. How are we using these defense? Bit of a risk, but we're going to do this. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. And we start streaming our deck down there. Okay. Not the best boss, worst boss. Let's have a look. I don't really need to fight any elites anymore, so I'm going to try and focus on HP. Maybe hit a shop or two. So we're going to go this way. Okay. And that boot sequence is really helping us out at the moment. Just getting those kind of set up early. With the storm. Moonlight as well. 21 damage. Moonlight as well. And then we're going to reboot. I'll take the thoughts. Just because, again, I'm just prioritising at the moment HP, which I think is really important for the Tide Master boss. I hate these guys as well. For this one we need like the electric field bosses. Again, I have to do it that way. Blizzard. No firebombing that one just yet. Can I get 40 damage out this time though? I doubt it. Okay, okay. Go. We're going to take another cold snap. Again, just trying to build out that super bulky build. Don't need to do that. No harm in doing that. And I've still got my boot sequence for later. That's good. Ooh, that's damage. Okay. Let's Swift strike. Hit sequence, good. Take that. Okay, not too bad. Take a little bit of damage here. Oh, even more damage. One off. Another annoying guy. That was a good chunk of damage off there. Yeah, this is the guy that does the annoying. Take half of the damage before you get a chance to use it. 15. Gonna reboot balls. Risky for a biscuit. There we go. Oh my god. I can't believe I've done that. Okay. Silly. And I think it just shows that our damage output just isn't still where it needs to be just yet. Okay, and I'm going to have to rest one of those two. I'm going to have to take the red on one of those two up there. Let's see if I can get through this one, because this is a very annoying run. Okay. That was a close one. We're going to take defrag. And we're not going to make it. I just... very frustrated, but... yeah. I don't think we're going to make it. We might do, but we need a lot to go our way in this battle right here. Okay, we're going to have to rebuild that. I need some, I think that's all she wrote. You can't even break this up. HP 20. So I can echo form here. That's good. Take that again, and then hoping for something big here. like that. Oof. I genuinely thought we were done for then, but we still might be because we need some health urgently. We can heal there, that's going to be good, because then we can just get rid of that here. Yes, I'm going to have to, I think. You know what, that's risky, I'm going to take the heart chest. This is another annoying boss fight, but after a good start, get to our boot sequence, put a weak potion, good HP there, let's weaken him down, good bit of damage there. Place here. Zap. That would have been a good time for my creative eye, but not long. Have I used my creative eye? No. I've got too many cards, that's the problem. 7 times 7. I bet it comes now. No, I'll take first. Okay. Retreating away. And there it is. Perfect. That's also perfect. Okay. Boost. Take the free glacier and the freezer. Good to go. Okay. We're going to rest here. We're going to obtain that relic. And we're going to recall on the very last rest. Let's see if that is a good or bad idea. Okay. Creative AI, great. That's where we're going to be careful. So free moves in. Not the best start. That's a bit better. Okay, pull the top 3 cards. Perfect, we're going to buffer, and we're going to play that one. So we're about 100 down. Now, I did screw myself over with the Ivy Beam. Again, just silly mistakes that I wouldn't normally make, but so we can take the force field, we can lose an orb slot, we can gain an orb slot, I can streamline, I can claw, that takes us to the end. You know, just not enough damage output at the moment. I really need like a bias combination. So it's not really what I need. But we will take that and that. We will take that and that. 7 times 21, but we do have enough to get through the fight. Okay, good. Well, I'm really glad that on our first video we've actually managed to make it to the final ending boss. Hopefully that, which we do most times, to be fair, especially when we're not on ascension runs. So, let's see if we can smith here. Now we're going to need lots of block to get us through the final boss and the one before it, which is also a very annoying battle to do. Okay, I would love to get rid of that hyper beam that I already have, but I don't have any money, so we're just going to have to play around that a little bit. Okay, but we can start off here with a good boot sequence start. We're then going to get the horn. Oof. It's just so much damage. I'm going to have to fix this one. And then a reboot. That's not worked out in my favour. This is... Okay, I don't think we can get out of this now. But we nearly made it to the final boss. Okay, and that's our first ever run on Slay the Spire. Like again, the channel is called Man of the Spire. This is my very first video. Hopefully the videos will get better and hopefully we'll win next time. Let me know what kind of video runs you'd like to see. As we try and play some more Slay the Spire until Slay the Spire 2 comes out, and then we will be on the grind. But yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you for listening. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.